So I'm making an Oregon Trail game based on the original Oregon Trail game. If you don't know what the original Oregon Trail game was, well then here's some footage of it. As you can see, it's not the most exciting game, so I decided to remake it in 3D with multiplayer. I actually already have a devlog which shows what I've done so far, but anyways, let's get started. So, the first feature I wanted to add was rivers, because the gameplay right now is literally non-existent. So in the original game, rivers were quite basic, consisting of 4 options, which were to plunge your wagon into the river and hope that you don't drown whilst crossing, or you could wait until water level lowers and then try to plunge your wagon into the river. The third option was to turn your wagon into a raft and try to float across. Unfortunately I wasn't able to add that, which I'll explain later on, and the last option was to pay a ferry to sail you across. So I started making the first river, which was the Kansas River. I started off by making the water move, raise and lower, which was simple enough. So after that I had to make it so I can swim in the river. But math and physics make my brain go boom, so I found a module which does it for me. But anyways, the first and second option to cross the river are basically done now. So all I need to add now is drowning, but I'll probably do it in the next devlog. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to add the third option since I would have to modify the water module, but I have no idea how to do that because... Anyways, now all I had left was the ferry system. So I started off by making the raft move, which was easy enough, but after that I realized that I need a dialogue system sooner or later, so I started working on that. I basically just remade my old dialogue system and added some new features like controller support. So yeah, the idea that I was going for, you can now actually see the idea I implemented, that these 4 buttons correspond to the buttons on the screen, or the choices on the screen. So if I click the left one, it does the left option, which is why are you here? Then it talks. I can skip it with the X button, and the ability to use functions on the client and server side. After I felt like the dialogue system was good enough, I imported it into the game and tried it out on the ferry operator. Now, all I had left to do was the actual ferry system. I made it so you can buy a ticket from the ferry operator, or I'll just call it head from now on. But anyways, after you bought a ticket, you will be placed into a queue. After it's your turn, you had 30 seconds to get on the ferry, 10 seconds to get off the ferry, and then it will return. So that's pretty much everything I added in this devlog. There were a couple of more minor things like the oxen being able to kill. I also added some dialogue to the general store cashier Matt. In the next video I'll be decorating the map a bit, since right now it's just 2 base plates. If you'd like to suggest anything like Easter eggs, map ideas or features, then let me know down in the comments. But yeah, that's everything that I made in this video. I hope you liked the new editing style. It shouldn't be as boring as it was in part 0. So yeah, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the game, and like if you enjoyed the video.